Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you. I tell you what, look at this guy, huh? He's going, and we're gonna go straight into the first game. We're gonna get Vito started first, but hey man, Sock Chimiku versus Focus Moon. Clash of the Titans, to be sure. It's the semifinals in the Double Crown World Invitational. And it's one you're not gonna wanna miss. Now going through the semi bracket, we still got a lot of stuff going on, man. So you're gonna have to tune in later today. Yes, that's right. Possibly 2 Sunshine streams in one day, right? And then possibly more over this weekend. We might even wrap this bad boy up, but we're gonna have to see. But hey, man, let's go check out what's going on the main stage, huh? Ah, yes. The players are coming, man. Coffee in hand, right? I'm getting ready to go. I'm doing good myself. Hope you're doing good. It's a good morning for me. It's a nice brisk 8 a.m. But for the players, it's Korea time. So we're talking about midnight, right? Midnight tomorrow for me. But hey, man, they're still right as rain. These guys are fresh. This is just an average day in the park. You know, these guys be gaming all night. You know, they're nice and fresh up there on the main stage. And we're gonna get into our primary event, Sock Chimiku versus Focus Moon. Let's go. All right, guys. Here we go. Sock, Chimiku, Focus, all here. Moon logging in. And we are going to get started on our map vetoes. Hillsbrad Creek. The first fast veto. And you gotta wonder if these teams, do you think they even cared? Do you think they even watched each other play? It's a question that I often ask myself. I'm sure that some people were studying replays, maybe watching VODs, you know, maybe trying to get an idea. I mean, it's not a, it's no small prize pool, right? We already got 1,400 buckaroos and more to come. I think there's more added to the prize pool as we speak. And who knows, we might come in the 9th inning, right? Pump that baby up a little bit more. Of course, anything that adds to that prize pool, I'm going to divide amongst first, second, third, respectively, right? Do you think we should be giving fourth place players a little bit of the action? What do you guys think? 4th place? I mean, 8 teams, all great players, all great guys. But do you think... I don't know, man. I'd like to hear your comments. King and Country. And I think that's interesting because Hillsbrad Creek is a nice massing map, in my opinion. And that got vetoed by Sock Chimiku. Also, a little bit difficult of a map to expo on. And we're dual human after all. But if you tuned in for round 1, 2, 3, Sock Chimiku were almost never double expoing. One of them was going Pala Rifle, and one of them was either expoing or going double Sanctum. So really looking to take advantage of the double Humba, right? And now, loser's map choice, Lost Temple, of course. I think that that is expected. And Twisted Meadows gonna be, I mean, Moon loves Moon Meadows, right? Can we blame him? I can't blame him. So our starting map gonna be Shattered Exile. Very cool. I'm gonna ready check when Moon gets here. And we're gonna bust straight into this, man. Moon's ready. Focus is ready. Sok and Shimiku, not ready. You know, oh, Sok ready. And Shimiku ready. Let's go. Let's go. It's going to be played on Korea Central. Withheld! What's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Look at me. Look at me. I am Leon's brother now. And we're going to get straight into this bad boy. Ooh, baby. One of the 2v2s of the century. Am I allowed to say that? Look at me go, learning hotkeys, etc., etc. And I gotta reverse these player colors because, you know, the game just randomly decides who's... It's also weird because, like, look at this. Sok is blue, but on allied colors, they made him red. That's odd. But what are you gonna do, right? So here we go, man. In the top left corner, it is Sok. And in the bottom left, we have the Pala Rifle build with an early hero. That's cool to see. I like that on this map because of the close proximity. And he's gonna have his hands full. A bit unfortunate that he spawns on Focus's side of the map. When you have the best orc player in the world, but it looks to me like he's actually going to build a shop up here, and he's going to creep with this, Blade Master. Also, I'm going to have to look into it. It looks like I have some screen tearing again, and I don't remember what causes that. I really don't. I'm gonna have to look into it,
forces are under attack.
But hopefully it won't bug us too much today. I remember there's like a couple different things you have to do to like overcome it, and it's really setting based, both in game and in OBS. But no further ado, Moon in the top right spawns Demon Hunter first, very typical Moon. Not really known for going Keeper and such like Law Light is known for.
Players' forces are under attack.
Very conservative, safe creep out of Sok here, which actually does surprise me. I'm not exactly surprised to see that they're not expoing, though. I would expect a 3-farm tech into Arcane upgrade after tech. That is what I would expect to see. And with the Blade Master, he is Windwalk, but he's creeping. Usually illusion creeping is the play, and Windwalk is more of the harass style. Paladin well underway to level 2, and he's gonna hit it, no doubts about it. As is the Archmage. But this is one of the bad things about this map. If you choose this creep route, it's actually very hard to get level 3 like this. I would rather 3 farm, sacrifice a little bit of time on my tech, creep this first, and then go here and here. And then all you have to do is pick one green in the mid, up top. It also kind of stinks that all experience is shared because it doesn't really bring you an option to militia creep from behind. But you gotta think, as dual human, you could have a really cool strategy here, right? Because what you could do is you could both militia behind level 3 creep route, and the offset of the experience would actually give you both level 3. You know what I'm saying?
The player's forces are under attack.
He's gonna get forced out. Attack underway for Moon. Moon crept his own here. Cloaks the archer, which is nice. He's gonna try and pick this. Yep, and he's gonna get it, and it's the usual suspects, man. Moon ahead in XP ever so slightly, but that's typical Moon for us, yeah? Blade Master gonna win, walk back up, and try and keep him honest. They really want to hire the assassin here. They want to pull it as well. And both of them are here. They can fight over this creep. The question's gonna be, what does it cost them? Assassin needs to fight for a better position, and the boys are called. Ooh, could have even gotten a surround off. The grunt getting a little sloppy there. You can tell Moon must be microing it for focus. It's a little bit of a slip up, and they're gonna take this camp. 5 archer, not enough. Gonna have to go into defend.
Player's forces are under attack.
They're gonna clean up this camp, which is good, and the archer quantity of Moon is getting scary. And if you recall, in some of those other games, man, in some of those other games, Moon had so many units, and he went into Talons, actually. I don't think Talons is a great choice. He's already T2. Naga coming up from the middle, but I think that you need to play versus Moon in a 2 vs 2 like you play versus Mass HH in a 1 vs 1. I think you need to get on him early. I think you need to pick these archers because the damage, just the volleys start get out of control. And look, with the Naga, very difficult to micro as well. Moon needs to be careful. Has plenty of room with the Demon Hunter. But I really think you need to keep this archer quantity low because in the mid to late game, all of a sudden, this damage gets absolutely insane. And so, oh no, losing a rifle there is not the play. Almost level 3. He even sold the TP, by the way. Sorry, I missed that. I mean, that is typical play in a 1 vs 1. In a 2 vs 2, it's not quite as common, but this is a very tight map. And they're also relying on knowing everything that Sok and Shimiko are doing.
A player's forces are under attack.
And Moon gonna creep this top location. Gets a little devotion aura, which is a nice pickup. And Focus gonna creep this, but you know, I think with this image here, Sok and Shimiko should know exactly what's up and probably go jack this. The potential's always there, right?
A player's forces are under attack.
He's gonna clean this up though, so now he can, no scrolls of speed here. And where's the MK? MK is out, so maybe could pick a cheeky grunts. But it looks like he wants to pull this camp and start creeping it. But Focus gonna do the same here. Moon creeping conservatively, pulling out this expansion spot. And I wouldn't doubt that Moon throws down an Expo. He has been known to do that a bit late. And it's very interesting, the single lore play. Bestiary Tauren Totem has all the tools. But I gotta be honest, I'm always confused at this play with it's Double Sanctum, Priest coming out, and usually they're only Priest, right? I don't think we saw a single Sorceress in any matchup. Double Assassin is very good. The boys are called. And this signals 3-3. They think that this is their timing right here.
Militia already going to start going down. Shadow Priest needs to be careful. Focus biding his time. Wants to try and take it out. And they're going to go right onto these assassins instead. A Stormbolt to negate the damage. An Ensnare instantly used. Need to pick these raiders. Need to micro this. Scroll of Speed being used. And this choke is very nice, but I think it favors Focus Moon. I got to be honest with you. Look at the concave on all of these archers. And now the militia from Sok come in from the north side. That's actually a beautiful flank. A little bit late on the priests here. Roar used. Only Adept, no Mastery. And Sok and Shamiko are pushing forward. There's a scout tower almost upgraded already. MK needs to be careful. There's a Holy Light. Managing the mana. Can't take these big crits. If there's one thing we noticed, it's that this blade cannot be underestimated or it's going to be bad. Where's the Holy Light? There isn't one. No mana. No Siphon. Blood Mage out of position. Now the MK. He's going to die as well. That's going to isolate us down to only the Archmage and the Paladin, but there's so much human here. And now the Demon Hunter is in trouble. Has to TP. TP's back to the own base. That's good. There is a vault still up here. And pushing in. What did I say about these archers, guys? It's like Nostradamus here. You need to keep this archer count low in the early. These volleys are just too disgusting, man. You gotta force back this Naga. Oh no, letting him get away with that is so nasty. Now he's gonna chase. Has to be aware of the volleys. Where is the follow-up? There's tons of priests, but I gotta be honest, man. Why no Sorks versus this play? Don't have them on auto. Just control the Blade Master. They're trying to get their heroes back now. Blood Mage coming back. A little bit of an extra wall here, but once again, the concave from Moon is way better. Another priest is gonna fall, and it's so hard to micro and manage this. The units are clunky. They're tripping all over each other. Spirit Link coming in. We're gonna need dispels on that for sure. And you cannot let your heroes get too out of position here. And they're gonna go for it. They're diving again. Paladin with full mana. And the Arcane goes down, and Moon and Focus are beginning to push through here. And there's not going to be another militia call. There's not a lot left. Level 2 on the Blood Mage is a very big deal. I wonder if it's going to be Flame Strike versus all these archers. And that ought to help the sustain, but he's got to keep him alive. Need more mana. Trying to fight back into this pocket now. Breaker's being added to the mix. Stealing a little bit of that Spirit Link and Roar. Roar is not what you want here, and it looks like they're getting pushed back more and more, but there's enough peasants in the back to be able to concave this better now. I like their position better, but now the Paladin's under threat. No Divine Shield, has a Potion of Health, has a Ring of Regen, needs to be careful of the MK. Shadow's gonna go down, that's a huge deal. But at exchange for the Blood Mage, I think this favors Sok and Shamiko, but they're getting driven back by all these archers. There's no Blizzard, there's no Flame Strike, there's no Siege. And this is a big problem. They need to get in. The Blade has to be careful. No mana quite yet. Need the Blood Mage back on this field. So many red archers. If they could have picked even half those, the game would have just been over. Imagine there were 5 less archers from that early game. I think Sok and Shamiko would have already won this game. And now the assault continues. Bestiary gonna go down. That takes away a lot of that focus fire, because if there's no ensnares, they can actually micro their heroes and don't have to be quite as cautious. No Fortified upgraded for focus. Everyone knows, super greedy move in 2 vs 2. And I'm sure with their strategy, they're not used to being under this kind of pressure or it ever coming into play. And he's not even going to queue it up, because now that it's just a game about survival here. And where are the casters from Sok? We need more of them. More priests coming in from the middle. They're kind of healing each other in the back there. The micro's still very important. I really wanted to see this Blizzard come in now. And now, the beauty about this is Shadowhunter's not back, so there's no Hex. right? There's also no ensnare, so there's not going to be anything to counter this blizzard, which is absolutely amazing. And here we go, another speed scroll used. They're gonna go in here deep. Beautiful flame strike, Blizzard on the front line. But I guess their logic is they gotta kill the front line to get to the back line, but I'd want a Blizzard on those archers. There's not enough breakers to counter here. We're gonna need a Dispel. The Roar and the Spirit Link is way too much. They need to back out of this, Dispel, and fight accordingly. MK way up front, he's thick. The Blade is chopping away. Not good. Siphons off on this Blade Master. And now the Blood Mage is way out of position. Needs to be ready with the Holy Light. Has it. But now the MK can be focused. Bolt to save. Shop in range, but they're running out of potions now. And somehow they not only hold that off, but they're pushing it back. And they need to just be careful not to get overcommitted. Let this regen scroll do its work. This shop is soon going to be out as well. And now the barracks goes down. Not only no more frontline being produced, it's going to have to go to bears. If I was focused, I would start feeding Moon for bears. Tons of archers. Demon Hunter out of position. Needs to be careful. Here comes the bolt. It's going to be level 2. This could be it.
Step into the stage.
He gets him right in the face, but now it's the MK under pressure. Greenus, thank you for the follow. Here it comes! He's so close! But does it from downtown! The MK kills the Demon Hunter, the archers, all deep red!
A player's forces are under attack.
And I think that might be the ticket to a victory. All of a sudden, after a 5-minute engage outside of the base, there is so much Chimiko here. Holy cow. And look at Focus struggling. This is the first time we have seen Focus and Moon in this kind of position since the tournament start. Moon not giving up. Focus, now his main under siege. No shop now is huge. So now there's almost 0 defender's advantage because he can't produce units. He has no fortified. There's no shop. Humans have a shop. They're gonna have a beautiful concave for this engage. And look at how zoomed out I am to even be able to cover what's going on here. And the main's gonna go down. And with that, the hopes and dreams of Focus Moon, GG is called. Sock and Chimiko take game number 1. Yeah. Sock Chimiko. Very well played, man. I don't know. Some of the humans out there say, you know, Humba not good in 2 vs 2s. Sock and Chimiko proving us all wrong. Proving us all wrong, man. Which means Focus Moon's loser's map of choice is Twisted Meadows. And I need to make sure to select the proper Twisted Meadows map, because there's so many different versions of the map. GG indeed. It's a thing of beauty. And Moon ready, Focus ready, Chimiko ready, Sock ready. Let's go. Map number 2. All of a sudden my BattleNet sign-in pops up. Acts like it wants to kick me. We're gonna have to get right into it, guys. Twisted Meadows. Chimiko and Sock versus Focus Moon. Game number 2. And in the bottom left, with the Pally rifle first build with a little bit of a delayed hero here. Much more delayed than the last map. It's Chimiko. And in the bottom right, the purple human, it's going to be Sock with the standard play. Spawning at the top right position, everyone knows him, currently the best orc in the world, and almost, I dare I say, by a long shot. It's Focus. And he went Blade Master last map. This is another good Blade Master map, but how will he play it? Because I just don't agree with the Windwalk passive play. But that's just me. I like to see the trickery. I like the steals. I like the frustration. I like seeing that humans level 3 be prevented. And of course, as the Blade Master scales, so does your chance of winning the game with just, 3 hits to an Archmage can just end it. But we'll see what he has in store. So far, it's been the meat shield with archers behind. And Moon's still going to go for the greed camp, even on Twisted in a 2v2. Now, this could be punished, but they know how Sock Chimiko like to play. They know Pala Rifle can't do anything at this point in time. Do they want to sacrifice a fast level 2 on an Archmage to stop this? Generally, the answer to that question is no. And also, looking for a change-up
Players' forces are under attack.
out of, looking for a change-up out of Sock Chimiko as well. And I know what you're saying. What do you mean? They already have the same build. Well, I'm not necessarily saying a change-up in the build, but maybe a change-up in the play style. And the reason I say that is, A, they could go into expansion, which I don't think is advisable, knowing how the games have been going. And look at this. This is what I'm talking about. 1 steal. 1 kill. Oh, deny. The creep joins in to help out. You got to run that Archmage. You can't afford to be there. Moon with the Deado ready as well. And there's going to be another worker killing. Oh, my God. Oh, and the deny. But he's going to get the next one as well. And deep in the base, the grunt gets blocked in. Oh, we all know a player who does this, and Moon not going to be happy about Focus's error here is pretty massive, and the demon comes in fast onto the Paladin, and this is how you want to see it. Prevent that level 3, prevent that timing push, because we've seen, the only time we've seen this lose was actually when the Paladin was very low and just never got his levels. And that grunt gonna go down, and it's at the cost of a 4th farm. Now, does he rebuild and still tech, or does he try and get an expo up? Because the pressure is already on. And I think it's ill-advised. The mercs are already hired for Moon. They're streaming across the map. T2, halfway done. And, yeah, this tech just started, and this tech for Sock just starting now. Very, very late. About 2 moons late. Paladin level 2 now, but missing the item and has to run. Needs to zone out this Demon Hunter. And now they're creeping aggressively. So instead, it's actually Focus Moon who are switching up the playstyle. Sock and Chimiko are attempting to just do the same old, same old. Doom Train EMA. What's up, brother? Hope you're doing well. Caught your stream late last night. Was checking it out, seeing what was going on. And just some chill times, you know what I mean? Just some chill times. But yes, the 2v2 is hot. It's hot, hot, hot.
Forces are under attack.
Gonna salve back up. No selling of the TP. Now this map I totally understand because it's such a long distance, and it's more about if you have to help your ally than anything, because usually this plays out a little bit like a 1v1. Now if this gets scouted here, it's gonna be too late. They cleared this so stinking fast. Holy cow. Paladin gonna get forced out. But Sock is level 3 and he's not gonna stop. Can't stop, won't stop. He's gonna push in and try and burrow hit. And I don't think there's gonna be an opportunity to cancel, but maybe the second beast here. If he gets this, he'll get both. The surround is good. He can try and come in with the mass repair. Okay, Shadowhunter's out. Needs to start hexing Footman now. Picks up a worker. Gonna go for the other one, and that's the right call. I've been here so many times. You think you're gonna get this, and you just aren't. We'll get back to that in a second. Now, more rifles getting picked by Moon. Trying to get around for a decent burn and gets it. This Paladin a long way from level 3. Chimiko trying to go in and burrow hit now. Everything's kind of doing everything where he could have gotten the other cancel. Ensnare being researched because he doesn't have the supply at the moment. 31 out of 31, and if another burrow goes down, it's catastrophic. The boys are called to try and hold off Moon. It's a folly for sure. Left cowering in the back of his base. No Sanctum, rifle only. Sanctum's not building yet for Sock, as he's in deep, and there's a couple grunts that are really busted, and he might try and come in and pick these, and he's going in to close the gate. The deny out of the burrow there is pretty huge. Another deny with the Burzy. 3 footmen killed, 4 footmen killed. There goes the entire front wall of Sock and Chimiko now. Not good. And at what cost? I mean, it does cost some supply, but there's going to be no footmen left to speak of. And nothing has stopped these mercs or these archers. Now they're going to tango over this again. Probably needs to call the boys. Just now, the Sanctum's being speed built. It's going to be a little while before we see units out of that. Double Sanctum here. Will it be all priests again? I like seeing the lockdown and the slow, and I think they're used to Moon usually going heavy Dryads. He's known to do that in 2 vs 2 quite often. And there's never been a Dryad, which means there could be some opportunity for Sorceresses and slow. Somehow managed to save one last rifle, and now the cross mapping is real. Level 3 on the Demon Hunter is going to be huge with that mana burn. It's Chimiko and Focus that are left broken and bruised a little bit here. And what's the plan now from our double human players? What is the follow-up? This could be match point if Sock and Chimiko take it. The Hex coming out on the MK. Don't want the Bolt Steal, but this Burzy gonna go down. No, don't let him deny it. That's a great pickoff right there. Plays the Archmage back instantly. We need that Paladin level 3. He's not gonna see it. Militia find out that Focus's intent is to lame, which means we need a lumber mill and towers yesterday. This needs to happen, and this is so annoying. Sock and Chimiko need to be careful. Moon and Focus both masters at picking off the rally units. Can be so frustrating. You think you have a game-ending push, and this is not enough to defend here. 3 raiders and this can take out everything here, and there's no defense for it. You're not going to be able to out-repair this over time. He starts the repair right away, which is good, but if you take a look, pillage is already underway, which means he's getting something for it. Fortified is researched, and the Tomb of Retraining Blizzard is game-ending. It's the only way you can siege an orc base. A hyper-aggressive TP out of Focus here. And needs a Holy Light and barely gets it, but now he needs to run. He's not going to have another Holy Light on cooldown. Invuln last second. Didn't see that coming, and I don't think they did either. Another Holy Light comes in. Now the Paladin way too out front. And this could easily get forced back if the heroes are out of position. Blood Mage needs to be careful. Has to burn a terrible heal scroll just to save the life of the Blood Mage in the back. Now, Chu on the other foot. Moon is the one who has to TP out. Back to the defensive position. Focus from behind can get focused down easily. Need workers to build a shop instantly. They know the hero Focus is coming. And all of a sudden, this human army is looking super, super strong. Once again, only priests into Breaker here. Adept already researched. Almost everyone is 37 and 39 food to 50-50. That is telling a huge tale here of the work that Focus and Moon have cut out for them. And here we go. Now it's a sandwich. And I think this is bad for Sock and Chimiko. They need to reorient themselves. Yes, come back down here. Fight as a team. You're stronger together. The casters are being flanked. The priest being taken out. Raiders falling as well. Bit of an exchange. Now level 3 on the Blade Master. Have to be careful. Big crits coming in now. The Blood Mage is going to eat dirt. And now they're going to start cutting through this human army, trying to flank from behind again. More priests are going to fall. There's no casters left for the human army. Finally, we see one sorceress and the double TP out. Focus Moon hold. And there's an expo up at the north side of the map. Moon going to go directly into creeping that. Cute little scout farm. They were so close.
Players'
Look at
forces
this.
are under attack.
And now Pillage is going to come in. We need the lumber mill. You know that the problem is if Focus gets online, the more Raiders come out. And I'm surprised not to see a T3 after that hold. Maybe they think there's another push immediately coming. But now there's a huge win condition for Focus and Moon. I still think that Chimiko and Sok got the better end overall of the engage. I think Moon looking like the strongest overall on the map at the moment. And once again, I thought the switch up was going to be them kind of in the early game, Hyper trying to pick off some of these archers. They're playing such a massive role here. And with Mass Raider target and a stacked blade, this is the problem, right? If you try to Blizzard, you just get hexed or ensnared instantly. And then you get focus fired because you're out of position. And with the CC on the Paladin, with no support, even with an invuln, this game is going to get tougher and tougher to keep heroes alive. And they need to be careful. And speaking of being careful, Focus needs to be careful. There is a TP. He's going to have to TP out. He splits off with the Raiders. He's going to have to hire a Zeppelin here to try and escape. He's going to be afraid that they come. And he's going to drop into the main. He's going to Raider harass with just Raiders. Mark my words. And I cannot believe there isn't a lumber mill and towers coming up. I really cannot believe this. It's clear what's happening here, and they're going to push and try an all-in. Devious play out of focus here. Goes out of line of sight to go back in. And there it is. What did I say? This tower going to get hit immediately. Militia are called. There's nothing to counter this. They want to get the main and then TP to defend. That's the plan. They don't know about the expo, and Sok and Chimiko might lose both of their mains if they're not careful. The trades are in place. They're way ahead. Everything dying. There needs to be a TP out now. Right now. You need a TP. You don't need to be here. The TP from Sok Chimiko super late. And that's it. They have to decide what they're gonna do. And a good TP in here could kill everything. A good TP could have been the game. And they're deciding to base trade an Orc and a Night Elf player. And I don't like this at all. Everyone has a TP. Oh no, this is why they decided not to. Sok has no TP. And they could have passed this TP to anyone. I think that maybe they weren't confident that the rifles could have taken this. But I think if the rifles would have come in here, they snipe this, all this dies. GG, right? I think this is a misplay. It's easy for me to say because we can see everything, right? We can see it all. Another lore going down for Moon. That's going to be canceled. All the workers are here. Combined between the two of them, they have enough to build a main. This is cute. Don't know why you'd build it here. If just one peon comes here, it's all bad. Scouting all over the map. They're looking for everything. Moon hiding moon wells on the left-hand side of the map. Workers going every which direction, everywhere they can go. What an exciting game number 2 here. Tree of Life at the south location now as well. And you know the old adage, don't base race an Orc. We're about to see if this was the right decision or not. The main of Moon now going down. Moon has a TP. Moon and Focus with a clear, huge resource advantage. Selling some items. Also buying a TP. If both would have TP'd in there, could have been GG. And now the thought going through Sok and Shimiko's mind has to be, will we win if we take a fight? And I think they have the utility, but they need to pick some
Town is
units.
under siege.
If they take out 1, 2 raiders, it's really good. Moon's army isn't terrible, but anyone who's fought with only 1 or 2, 3 bears against a rifle priest army knows how painful that can be. And now with 4 human heroes and a nice array of everything, you've got MK, you've got Archmage, Blood Mage, Paladin. It's a nightmare to fight into that as a Night Elf player.
Town is under siege.
The buildings are going down, and the Tree of Life is up in the south location, which means no one's going to be revealed. But Sok and Shimiko are already revealed. And he's going to come in with these raiders now.
A player's forces are under attack.
And unloads with the Zeppelin. More units going everywhere across the map. Moon deciding to creep. Get more. Pezza gonna scout this
town is
Tree of
under
Life.
siege.
And as they head there, they'll probably find this one as well. Now, Moon is banking a lot of resources. We're not going to see any units for a long time.
Players'
But if you
forces are
notice,
under
the
attack.
supplies are almost even now. Arguably, I would say Focus and Moon significantly ahead. Not just because of the army supply, but because a lot of this army on the map and supply is actually workers.
A town is under siege.
But it's just going to be more potions. Maybe more scrolls of healing. I think they need to invest in it all. Now, there is double TP. And I thought they were going to try and jump if they thought they could get to 1. But for now, they're just content with killing everything. And I think this is the only building for Sok and Shimiko on the map. And you got to remember, they're revealed. So there's no secrets here. More and more units going down everywhere. They need to kill every single wisp. It's a win condition. And this lumber mill gets found out. Where's the other worker? There's one there, but he's ensnared.
A player's forces are under
And I
attack.
thought they were gonna dive it. Raiders heading across the map too. They know it's the last building. Tree of Life here. Need to be careful here. This split could be deadly with the heroes coming in. Now, Raiders are very good. More workers. One more farm going down. They need to get together. They can't afford to lose this kind of supply. Oh, no. A huge mishap by the Raiders. And now this is going to force an engage. And this is for the game. Level 5 Demon Hunter. Huge blizzard all over everything. Where are the Raiders for the ensnare? They're still running. And all of them are now gone. But the Orc Hero's super strong. Tree of Life there. All of Focus's base is still up. Paladin needs to light early. Needs to light. He's wandering around. Sok calls GG. And Focus Moon take map number 2. GG, boys. And now we're tied up. 1-1. And the loser's map choice for Sok Chimiko is Lost Temple. Lost Temple. And wow, that game could have gone either way several times. Focus ready. Chimiko ready. Sock ready. Just waiting on Moon. Moon ready. All right, nothing to it but to do it. Let's go, guys. Chimiko Sock versus Focus Moon. And it's match point. Tied up 1-1, and we go to Lost Temple. Most definitely a human-favored map. And we have 2 humans. So let's introduce them. Without further ado, spawning in the left location, it is Sock. With the forward altar, I wouldn't be shocked to see a fast expo at all. And in the north location, with another Pala Rifle build out of this team, it's Chimiko. And why not, right? The mixture of those 4 human heroes, the mixture of rifles and their sustainability in the early and mid game is phenomenal. The question is, will we say some crazy early focus out of Moon? And of course, who better to focus than Focus himself? It's Blade Master first. Now, Blade Master, he can run and try and do damage and delay expo immediately. Usually, players opt to item creep middle, then go. And it'll be interesting to see how they divvy this map up, because Moon already looking like he also would like to expo. And it's not out of the realm of possibility for a player like Moon, or any Night Elf for that matter, on this map. Now, one of the things is the spawn location is going to play a really big deal, because if the spawns were reversed and the expoing human were top, it could lead to some early footman pressure and a quick cancel if an expo Tree of Life is built. But with a rifle first build, I don't think it's possible. I think it's improbable. And Sock is going to be left behind to defend his expo without being able to cross map pressure. And I think this favors Focus and Moon quite significantly. But we'll see how that plays out and if I'm right or wrong. And already I'm right by a small margin, because in comes Focus to item creep. Now he'll probably take the item and run to the next green camp. And the problem with this is that if he leaves this trapper and goes and creeps this, that it's very, very difficult for a human to get level 3 on this map. I love the 4 militia creep in this position. And the reason I love it is that it's a much more economical build. So you still end up with a very fast expo. 2 footmen gonna chase down this wisp. And we got to remember, this is one of the first times we've seen them as dual human expoing, fast expoing. And Focus and Moon,
A player's forces are under
they've been doing like a lot of massing and mass archering and a lot of like early to mid game pressure, right? And this is something you have to think about. He sees the grunt, and already Sock's gonna have to respond to this. The tree line isn't ideal here. He can't play the trees. The blade can fit through there, and they're both pressuring, and he is cross-mapping, which I said wouldn't happen. I said that this wouldn't happen.
player's forces.
And this is why I said it wouldn't happen. John 420, thank you, brother. Looking forward to more games from you, man. We'll get those bad boys scheduled. Great play the other day, by the way. Congrats again. Loving the top tier content, man. Loving it. And look, he blocks in the grunt. Focus doing it again. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Focus did this last game. He lost the grunt last game.
Forces are under attack.
Oh my God.
Is under siege.
And he can force back this. The tree obviously dead. Trying to surround the Archmage. Need to be careful. Moon's gonna lock it in. He's looking for it and he's gonna find. No way! He slips out. And now it's the Demon Hunter. Oh my God. One more hit. One more hit would have been it. That could have been game ending. Both positions.
Players' forces are under attack.
Every single micro play coming in from these two players, and now he's blocking.
Step into the stadium.
And the demon has to be careful. Green Devil, welcome, welcome. And they're staying. They're not going. They're not defending. They're not salving. They're just pushing. And both heroes broke, busted, can't be trusted. Tons of archers to be expected. He wants to come down here and check. Kill the Moonwell for sure. And if he kills this war, now they're limited. T2 coming out. Bestiary. Panic buying with the Shadow Hunter. Needs to head across the map now. The situation is dire. Blade Master thinks he's going to come back here because there's no tower up. Needs to mass repair this. When the blade gets here, the party's over. But that leaves Moon to fend for himself. And there's no defend as of yet. And one thing I like to do on this map, call me noob, is research defend before tech. It makes a push on an orc base or a night elf with thick archer super insanely deadly. And now it's up. He's gonna burn this mana. And that's terrible. He gets another grunt surrounded by militia. And Sock is on fire. No hero. No army defending, doing so much with so little. He's getting forced back across the map now. Paladin desperately trying to get towards level 3. Rifle's getting into position to cut off Focus's army. And same for Sock. Demon Hunter is really busted. Nightfall gonna almost be over. Moon so greedy puts down another tree of life. And I need you to understand, at T2 with only one lore, putting down another tree of life is an absolute Hail Mary. They need units. They need pressure. They need to hang on, because if they let up now, and if there's a time for Sock and Shimiko to breathe, the pressure that's gonna come across the map, they're gonna need the units. And will the expo have time to pay off? Now, you got to remember, there's been a lot of dead corpses here, too. And this has not been all for naught on Sock's side of the map. It's a heavy, heavy amount of investment here. He's still on T1. So there is a chance that the tech can prevail. Footman trying to get this Naga to force back. No defend researched. Another Footman gonna fall. Probably another one. Misses the block a little bit. Level 3 Demon Hunter. And all of the sudden, Moon and Focus are the only ones with level 3 on the map. The Blade Master getting forced out by the Blood Mage here. Needs to be careful. Because now he needs to feed. Here's my opinion. Feed Shimiko to just build. Sanctums, man. Feed him! What are you doing? Has to be careful with the positioning. The mass ensnares, and you got a TP! Don't be greedy! He hangs on! Another Hex! No! No more Hex! Oh my god. Balls of steel. Nerves of steel.
A player's forces are
Holy cow. Under pressure, any lesser player would have clicked that TP in a heartbeat. Sock, cool, calm, and collected. Long hair, don't care. Moon was gonna creep the middle, realizes now that the push has to be taken seriously. And Paladin has full mana, not level 3 yet, only 2-5. No mana on these orc heroes. Kodo's gonna eat instantly. And Archmage gonna get surrounded again. Needs to be careful. Huge burn coming off. Blood Mage not gonna be able to siphon anything for a long time. Holy Light comes in from the backfield, and it's a quick TP out from Shimiko. Gonna lose 2 rifles, 3 rifles. That is terrible for our human players. And I think that they haven't just stabilized, but this is looking ugly for Sock and Shimiko now. The expo of Moon is up. The tech is complete. Dual lore is coming, and Dryads on this map can get super frustrating. You already got to worry about the creeps jacking you in the middle. Creep gonna be crept by the Orc Night Elf players. Demon gonna go back to soak a bit. give the Shadow Hunter some levels. They definitely need the Shadow Hunter to get some levels. Peon goes in place to get an expo of their own in the south location, which would mean 2 expos for them. And Shamiko needs level 3 and level 2 desperately. Sock gonna need an invuln and a heal scroll, no doubt about it. And the question now is that Focus and Moon, the tempo is on them. They get to decide the pace of this game. There's no human casters out. There's no Smith for Sock yet. Oh my god. What? So he knows that it's Dryad play, and he's getting a scout gyro.
A player's forces are under attack.
To go see what's up, and then he's gonna go into Mort's.
A town is under siege.
Rifle into Mort is okay. Lots of footmen here, but the trade-off here is gonna be bad. This blacksmith's gonna get canceled. And this main's gonna go down. They both need to TP, and he can't TP! This split push is perfect. He cannot TP. He cannot do anything. No! Oh my god, the timing here from Moon is impeccable. And it's TP for TP. He has to go defend versus Moon now. And it's complete round robin swap, and Moon instantly TPs out, and he didn't have to. I think he could have stayed. I really do. I don't think there's any way in the world that Sock's army could have competed with Moon. And Focus is absolutely cooking. Absolutely agree. And that's a lot of grunts and raiders coming out of Focus here. And this time, he's taking it serious. He researched Fortified. Much needed on this map for sure. Staff Preservation dropped for the second hero. Moon's going straight back.
A player's
And
forces are under attack.
Sock and Shamiko would love nothing more than to just fight together and try and do something. I wouldn't say end the game without human casters. One Sanctum up here. Where are all the towers, bro? You need like 4 towers if you're gonna hold off what's coming. And now there's a split push into both mains. It's an attempt at a castle. And they're trying to go for the main, and I don't really understand this one. Stopping to try and kill some bears is nice. Doesn't get not one. Slow good unit. Huge amount of wisps go down. And he's diving it, but at the cost of his expo coming in too. Needs to burn the Shadow Hunter. Nothing comes in there, and this expo's gonna go down. There's no doubt about it. And he's TPing to save. And the expo goes down. Double TP in. Wants to save the main. Oh no, Sock Shamiko. Where's the holy lights? The paladin. Oh no, this is a disaster. Paladin surrounded, GG called. And Focus Moon take game number 2. And what a tug of war, back and forth. Huge shout out from Back to Warcraft. Thank you guys. Much appreciated. And the Yang Fang invite, it's so funny. If Back to Warcraft has Moon versus Sock coming in hot. And straight out of the fire and into the pan, right? Rolling stone gets the worm. Early bird gathers no moss. We're already going to update that bracket. Come with me and you'll see. What a game, man. What a game. Sock and Chimiko take map 1. Focus Moon take map 2 and 3. And there we go. That's updated.
Step into the stadium.
Which means now, very soon here, RD, thank you for the follow. Very soon here, back to Warcraft. Man, dude, thank you so much. Much appreciated. Oh, holy cow, we even got the raid! You know what we gotta do just for Neo for the raid, right? We gotta... we gotta... Neo's watching us right now, and we gotta do this just for Neo. I'm sorry. We got to.
Well, I'll tell you, man. I'll tell you. Flying these things ain't easy. Sock, Chimiko trying to pull it off, right? One gyro on the map. That's all they had. I was cruising around. I was trying to see what I could see. But, you know, not everything's in the air, if you know what I'm saying. And all they saw was a quick loss that last game. They tried to hold on. He won too long. But hey, we got some solos coming up, so stay tuned. Money back guarantee. You're going to like what you see.
We can go into it. We can go into it. Nothing to it but to do it. We're going to go into a Hitman versus 15 Sway game. Should be quite nice. So without further ado, I got some adjusting to do, but let's go ahead and get into it anyway. And also, I'm going to have to put this little blocker up. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put this back on. And let's go. In the top right corner, it's the green orc player. It is Hitman. And quick Blade Master, Voodoo Lounge, probably single burrow tech. That's what I suspect to see. And in the bottom left corner, 15 Sway. He's kind of, I haven't seen him in a while, right? He used to be like all over the scene, maybe, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. Am I wrong? Perhaps making a return. Not the greediest AOW location. Gets rewarded with a Ring of Protection right off the bat. So that's a good one. Blade's gonna come in. Windwalk. He's gonna crit the archer. That's what he's designed to do. Gonna get burnt. He's gonna Windwalk again. I think a bit of a mistake. Could have preemptively Windwalked and dodged the burn. Ooh. Can you see this? Oh, there's smoke coming off my coffee. It's so hot, it's burning me. There we go. Love the cute little location here. He sees him running past, and then he's just gonna come in and be annoying. I'm sure Demon gonna grab a circlet. He thinks he's gonna come up here and grab a circlet. And he's gonna take some damage only to get dust. Wah wah. Tech well underway. Second burrow's down. Double archer is out. Third archer in queue. And usually I've noticed that like the split between this is usually right around like 20 seconds, give or take. Is usually the difference between techs. The orc usually leading ever so slightly. And he finds him and he's just gonna start teeing off on him. Double circlet on this Blade Master. Super deadly. And now the last hit! And the item. Jeez. 15 Sway, getting a little beat up. All these little secret wisp spots, huh? Are pretty cool if you're Night Elf. Pretty frustrating if you're anyone else. And he's gonna move into position to try and start creeping this major camp. And I think that it's way too soon for this versus an Orc player Blade Master first with stacked items. I really do, man. I think it's greedy. And holy cow, we might see why. Uh-oh! The steal! Item goes to 15 Sway. Has to TP out with 2 HP. Ancient of War gonna go down. Not the end of the world. It could have been so much worse, but it's still really bad. And 15 Sway. We're sitting on 5 minutes here. And he's level 1, right? I mean, am I right or am I right or am I right or am I right? Or am I right? Or am I right? Another match we're gonna have coming is Sheik Bazaar versus Seiso Jens. And that one's gonna be quite exciting. Shadowhunter's out. Bestiary Torn Totem.
A player's force.
I think it's pretty standard for this matchup. Illusion gonna go scout what he's up against. And now he's finding his swing, right? Nice little dust there, gotta be sure. Illusion taking the damage. I don't like this, though. He sends the illusion that has the item. If he would have reversed that and sent the illusion that didn't, then he might not know it's the item, and you might be able to get cheeky. And look at this, abusing the Hex play here. Can drive this all the way back to his base. And Hex him one more time. There's a lot of mana invested. And nice little glitch here. Doesn't use it. And he's gonna grab the item, quick level 2, and wow. I mean,
A player's forces
it's
are
nice
under
if you're not going to third hero, I suppose, right? Some endurance aura. Gusts again, just to be safe. Sells! Wow, okay. So he sells that double ring of protection. No circlet purchased either. We can see that he's on 500 gold. Greater Invuln is going to come in handy. He's going to need it because this blade looks disgusting. Item here going to be Wand of the Wind. That might end up being a sell with Dryad because if he gets winded, he can dispel it.
are under attack.
Staff's in here to pull it, and I think Hitman is going to get done in time to see this. But he's going the wrong direction. He's probably going to creep this into his Expo and might even drop one. We'll have to see. Level 3-2 now for 15 Sway with a double Potion of Invulnerability, and that's going to be great. No invulns for Hitman as of yet. And guys.
A player's forces are under attack.
Dispel being researched. He's gonna pull this out. So much abuse. Got a Hitman here. Rune Bracers. Gonna be a sell. Not the best of luck there. The aura is gonna be quite nice. He's staying on T2. He's pumping up to 50 food. And he's probably gonna go a Kodo soon-ish. It's a Raider heavy army with no barracks and no grunts. Headhunter is always nice to add in, but you know, what do I know? It's usually in the mid-late game that you see Headhunters added to the Undead and sometimes Night Elf. Matchups. And he's just a creeping machine. He's not even playing the Blade Master back. He's gonna get rewarded with some claws there. Very nice. And it's a standard Bear Dryad out of 15 Sway. More abuse. Can ensnare this. Can surround it. Look at it. It's glitched out. Just wants to return. Free XP. Oh my god. Come on, dude. Pretty funny, actually. Pretty funny. But actually, isn't that amazing? I mean, you don't need a Kodo now, but you need a Kodo. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to eat some bears eventually. Am I wrong? You guys can tell me if I'm wrong. And catches him. Gonna have to use lesser invuln. Tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong once again, but didn't it used to be that these were called greater invulnerabilities and these ones were called just invulnerabilities? Am I wrong?
Forces are under attack.
Maybe I just always called them wrong and never really read something. You know how you like read a word wrong for like half your life and then someone's like, dude, that's not how you pronounce it. Staff back only with the demon, a little bit overzealous. And he might pay for this, uses his invuln. Now it's the Blade Master who's busted. He has an invuln too, needs to be careful. He's gonna TP out and he needs to get into a position. He didn't fully commit to that tree. And I think that was an error. I don't think he would have got it anyway, to be honest with you, but he didn't run in and go like full surround, and I think if he didn't target the demon there and he just left him alone. But now there's an invulnerability that's been consumed. Which means there's only one on the Keeper, and trust me when I say Keeper's gonna need it. I like the idea of the Thorns aura versus Raider Blade Master. And it's gonna come in handy. Steals it. No dust. Another invuln purchased on the demon.
A player's
And he's gonna go into it again. He wants to entangle. And here. And he just goes for the Moonwells because the base build is decent enough, but he never repaired his tree. And something tells me he might live to regret that. You can't base trade an orc, especially not as a night elf, and he's gonna TP back for the defense, and this is what it's gonna get annoying fast, right? Ooh, I like this. Orc players take notes. Popping those into a nice little pocket there could be super annoying if no range. If there's a bear thick army and a melee hero, or even in the super early game. Obviously, it's not going to help you win a fight, but it's going to be nice if sometimes there's wisp trapped back in here. And now the blade's going to be super annoying running around the map. Hitman super tough. Super tough.
A player's forces are under attack.
Step into the stadium.
Best Orc EU1. My man. Hitman lames for the win, huh?
Is under siege.
Thank you for the follow, brother. And just more and more sapper going off. Double Moonwell killed. And oh man, to be 15 sway at this point. 49 out of 30 supply. No wells to drink from. 2 wisps moving into position. Needs more of a wall off. Says, hey, screw it. Let me build him just to where something can double sapper him again. Demon chasing a blade. Seems like a waste of time to me. Shadow getting stronger and stronger now. Cleaning up. And he's going to have to salve everything. And this is actually not what the position Hitman wants to be in. He's busted. Nothing salved. And he's going to have to defend potentially here. Unless he thinks he can make it across the map to force the Night Elf back again. Which is obviously a better option because he cannot fight this. So he needs to force some decision making out of 15 sway. Also needs to start repairing his main. Here come the woodworkers to do so. Doesn't load anyone up in a burrow. Not one. Not worried about damage, just worried about survival. And with this many bears and the demon, 4 bears and a demon, you might even think about Spike's level 2. Another Torn Totem coming down, and he never repaired the main. This is what I was talking about. Oh my goodness. He's a heal. I'm not understanding why we lost a raider there. And now he can play super defensively. Run into the back. I'm not sure what that... TP should have been more like here, maybe. Buy some items. Buy some salves. Need to use them. Now we've got peons and burrows. And he can just chill, man. He can just chill. No hurry. No hurry. Play here. Dude, best Orc EU. Thank you for the compliment. I love it, dude. I love it. That's what I'm here to do, man. I enjoy when you guys enjoy the content. And I love Hitman's position here. And I'm sure 15 Sway loves Hitman's position here too. Because he's really not under pressure. He can build a shop back here, and he needs to. He needs to also repair the main. There's no reason to get too greedy with it. But I'm sure he's also looking for kind of a teaser to coax him into an overcommitment here. All the salves are used. And Hitman on 53 out of 61 supply. Now he's cranking up. Now the Tauren are coming. And I don't understand why he's this far out. You don't need to be. He wants to take out 2 bears. 2 bears would alleviate the pressure. Quick on the Dispel for the demon. Straight into a Hex. This is like a World of Warcraft CC chain here. Straight into another Whirlwind. And he just wants to eliminate these 2 bears, but at what cost? The Demon Hunter is full health, full HP. The Blade Master goes down, and he doesn't even get 1 bear for the trouble. What was the hurry here by Hitman? Now the Shadow Hunter! Oh my god, what a throw. Why did he feel he needed to do this? Level 5 demon. He has wisps. He has gold. The tree of life went down. He needs to go lick his wounds, sadly. But I don't understand this. This seemed like a throw to me.
A player's forces are under attack.
And because there was no heal wave, could you imagine if he had heal wave here instead of wards? Like, dude, Tuma retrain. I mean, the pillage, like, don't, he didn't even need to hit these. Pillage all this, kill all that. Sit there with repair, research spike. He had time. And then even if he TP's back, he could have built a shop here. He could have stayed like here, right? Use his range, War of Attrition. I don't understand that, but hey. Blade Master hired back, and now all of a sudden he's got to be careful. And another entangle. He's gonna steal the potion away, and maybe the invis. Or the dust. Oh my god, it's a dieback! This demon's so close to level 6, and all of a sudden the entire game it looked like Hitman was totally in control, and the game was over, and now all of a sudden 15 Sway is in the driver's seat. The dieback is so painful to watch. Double Tauren Totem, 38 out of 60. Now all of a sudden the supply is even. The wisps are going back to gathering soon. There will be a gold income. He's kept his heroes alive. Oh my god, if a Blade Master touched this keeper, it would have been dead. But touch him, he could not. Now, Hitman, build a shop here, please. Please. Build a shop. Please build a shop, dude. Please build a shop. My god. This is what I feel. If he TP'd back the original time, this is what I feel Hitman should have done that first time. It's just chill, man. He had no pressure. This was never gonna die. And the bears were beating themselves to death on level 1 spikes, right? And he had like 2 spirit walkers and a shadow hunter and wards. He could not keep the pressure up forever. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't need to bust out of there. He had Tauren queued up. And I don't even understand what the rush was. The Demon Hunter was full health, full mana. That's why I was screaming. The Demon, full health, full mana. And he's going for 2 bears, but it didn't compute to me. I didn't understand. But now we have a game on our hands. So I guess for us as viewers, we're lucky that this happened. We're approaching the 20-minute mark. Blade's gonna come out. That's not a worry. Dryad's terrible at sieging bases. Catches the Tauren out. And once again, I don't understand. Why fight this? Level 5 Shadow Hunter. Please go heal. No, he goes level 3 wards. And the Tauren are dying. There's no sustained. Level 6 Demon might have to pop it. He doesn't have the mana. Double Tauren kill, but now he can res. Needs the mana. Doesn't have mana. Has mana on 1. Is it 150 or 200? It must be 200 or he would have already done it. But I don't understand why he even fought there. Why not get back to here and be like, yeah, if you want to fight me, come into my burrows, right? Mubarak's upcoming 4v4 tourney. I have not heard of that, dude. That sounds entertaining. Now, is it open qualifier? Is it invite only? Give me the lay of the land here. I'm interested. Immolation burning all these down. What is going on with Hitman? Is he trolling? Is Hitman trolling? This is not how Hitman plays, dude. He's not microing the Spirit Walkers. Now he is. Immolation was ticking down. Demon Hunter way out of position. Has an invul. No fear. Keeper out of mana as well. And for the first time in almost 20 minutes, we're seeing almost even supply. Maybe he wanted to kill them so he could res them? I just don't understand this. You could kill them off yourself. Doesn't want to be on 59 supply. Wanted to res. 61 out of 61 supply. Hey, I have a stupid question. You can res past food pop, can't you? Or will it tell you that you can't res because you need more supply? I've never played Orc a day in my life. I genuinely don't know the answer to this question. But it was weird. He kills a peon here so that he can res. So it leads me to believe that it doesn't work like how charm or other abilities work, where it just puts you over pop, right? Which I think is kind of weird, because I get it when training, but I honestly don't understand that logic when resing. And hey, I'm not even trying to say to buff Orc. Hey, right? Sue me. Blade Master for the first time in 15 minutes gets to check out the main, and no more sapper play here would be pretty sick. Oh, no. Now he knows. Oh, he knows. He knows. Oh, no, Demon Hunter, no. Demon Hunter, no. Oh, my God.
They came from behind.
That was so close. And he's running out of his base. He has no rejuvenation. He has it on this one. Staffs back the demon. Rejuve needs to buy time. Empties the wells. He wants to fight. Army coming from behind. Hitman trying to decide what to do here. I need to back out to cover everything. And the immolation burning is OP. Oh, the pulverize. Destroying these bears. Res coming out. Another res coming out. Pulverize is eating. It's Hitman. Hitman is cooking. Everything's so low. I wanted to see. Oh my God, 10 HP on the demon. The keeper next on the menu. The Dryad's falling, plummeting in supply, 34 to 43. Can't engage into the wards. Desperately trying to get out more and more bears. Where's the Chimera shift? Tree of Ages is all we have. Expo in the bottom location, 11 out of 5, man. He's so efficient. Okay. Blade Master sees all. That keeper was so close to death. One crit would have been like done deal, man. Chopped in half. You know, I killed a level 10 keeper of the Grove myself, IRL. Demon comes back for a perfect burn, and now he's trapped. But is that enough? It might be. We'll have to see. The Zeppelino play. Apparently, Hitman thought it was enough. But now, the break off of the two bears is going to come in handy. Needs to kill the shop, and then he has free reign. Hitman across the map, trying to do some shenanigans here. 15 sway on the defense now.
A player's forces are under attack.
The bears come in. I need to set up some betting in channel for games like this, man. 25 minutes deep. And now a TP out. And if he burnt that, that would have been perfect, right? But he doesn't. And he catches the two bears. And I think that's a beautiful play. I think 15 Sway should have saw that coming. There's no way they shouldn't have been able to get out there. That was pretty deep. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God.
Player's forces are under attack.
And now he's trapped. Trapped like rat. Why not kill the Zeppelin? He's just ignoring it. Metamorphosis with the quick hex. He's cooking. Excuse me. Fighting uphill into an Orc Tauren Walker army is not advisable. Mass Dispel coming out, and now there's no hex. What just happened? Did he get burnt? What was that? The blade dies! Regen coming back! Hitman out in the open field, still engaging everything, bleeding deep red for 15 sway. And Hitman trying to save this expo. He doesn't think he can win without it. Everything's so low on both sides, it could still go either way. Imagine heals here, suck him back into the snake pit, and he does it. The turtle. The turtling from Hitman is real! Turtle up, Hitman!
A player's force is under attack.
Ah, the walking expo. Good old trusty. Level 7, level 6.5. Shadowhunter might see level 6. Now there is no way that he picks a Shadowhunter ult with Keeper of the Grove and Tangle, right? Uses a mana pot to try and maintain the high ground. Ay. Everything's still ready. Wants another ult. Can't do it with Hex. He's trying to range him. He needs to block with the units, but they can't touch. He doesn't get the direct. Why not just go defensively and do that? And like not out of, I don't know, man. Rez is coming in. Keeper actually has to be careful here. Focus firing down now. Why not kill the wards? Are doing so much damage. 46 to 50 a pop. And they're never getting targeted. Only just now, 30 minutes into the game. Shredder's shredding. Now the walkers are out of mana.
Town is under siege.
He's got one more res in his pocket. Hitman saves the last workers. Bears breaking off here. Keep in mind there's spikes. Look at these bears dying to the spikes. Another res into a death. Immolation could kill this, or mana burn soon. Level 6 Shadow. Double bears get killed by the buildings. How do you allow this to happen in a game like this? Pressure's up. Blade Master's back. The demon's gone. Rejuve staff. The bear's dead. Hitman has so much. Oh my God, what is happening? 53 to 14 supply. And I think that's gonna do it, right? There's no way. He's down to 2 heroes in a dream. And this hasn't been... He's had this for like 4 minutes, man. And it hasn't been mining. The first wisp is just now. Oh my God, dude. And now he's gonna lead Hitman straight to it. Hitman's gonna see it now and understand that he needs to capitalize on this. Hitman ascertaining the situation. He wants to find out how much 15 Sway actually has, and I think now he knows that this is all he has. Kill the walkers for the love of all that is good and holy. Keep it run, get some help. He wants the shadow instead of the walkers. And he's gonna spend his whole life in Hex, it seems. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Another Hex. This is it, right? Right? Keeper coming in for the staff! He wants him! He can't get him! It's an overcommitment! Keeper's gotta get back! There's There's no more mana, and there's no shop now. Turn around for the one shot. Will the splash damage injure that? That would be sick if it did, but it doesn't. Oh no, Wind walks on. He's gonna get this Tauren. Gets him. He's running. Oh god. Entangle! Oh my god, no way! 70 HP, 50 HP, 30 HP! The blade's coming back, baby! He's still mining! 50 supply to 15! It's 2 heroes and a dream! Is he gonna just send the whole art? What is happening? 15 throw, he says. The Moonwells were enough for a little bit! He's back! Oh my god! Mana burn! Do it! Kills his own unit! Uh-oh, careful, 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 careful. The res is out of control! The Keeper's out of position! Has to be careful! There's one more Hex coming. The shop is coming up. He's got to kill that again. Oh my god, dude. The reses are just out of control. Hitman killing his own units and resing. Demon has to be careful. 45 seconds left until we can see another metamorphosis. Now this is what I wanted to see all game, man. What is happening? The first real use of Trank in the game that has a big impact, and he has no units, only heroes. The shop coming up is an absolute detriment. You gotta remember, he never had... Oh, he did build a shop right where I said he should have. Eventually. He is deep, man. I don't have the balls to do something like that. 10 seconds on meta! He's surrounded now! The staff last second entangle kills in the background, and he's running. The rejuve, one bear and a dream comes out in impeccable timing. Another one from behind. Good God, can 15 Sway do this? I've never seen someone hang on versus this kind of Shadow Blade activity from the start of the game. This is insane. The throws on both sides have been real. I think he needs to kill the shop, doesn't he? Yeah. And he metas! Roar! He wants to stop Hitman from mining. And he wants to force the engage. Has to be careful with the Dryad way out front, and I don't know why. Now the Demon comes in. He wants to burn everything with Immolation. Keeper from behind. Blade has an invuln. He's gonna have to use it. Shadow under threat. Huge burn. Now he's gonna force that invuln. He's gonna have to staff the Demon soon, but he wants to be greedy. There's no mana. He can't hex. Oh my god, everything's red. Triple kill on the walkers. One res comes out. Blade Master out now. He's coming. He's gonna get him. 15 Sway. 15 Sway comes through in the clutch. Baby boy. What a game, dude. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. That was just, that's one of the best games. That is one of the best games I've seen. I mean, it's top 2 or 3 for me. That was actually just insane, dude. That was insane. Zero excuse for this craziness of a game. I gotta say, man, that was top tier hype there, man. And now we've got another game here that we're gonna get into. Oh, of course my yeah. Of course this is glitching out, right? There we go. Let's go. Let's see. We got what's the next game here? It is what's the game again? Is it Cap? It's Le May versus Torrente. And I know. Before you get all excited. Before you get all excited and bent out of shape, trust me when I say it's gonna be a banger. It's not what you think, okay? It's not what you think. Torrente versus Le May. And I got something for you. Oh, you whistle while you work, so no one thinks you're a jerk.
I know what you're thinking, man. Filthy night elves, right? Those filthy night elves. When are we gonna get rid of them, huh? We're gonna get rid of them. But I tell you what, we got a night elf versus night elf game, and I know what you're saying, dude. Night elf versus night elf has got to be the worst matchup in the world. I don't know. Human versus human's pretty bad, and I think night elf versus night elf isn't a close second. That's just me. But do you trust me, man? You gotta trust me, bro. Listen, I'm gonna get dried off, and we're gonna get into the second game, okay? You gotta trust me.
Hello and welcome to the Sunshine Stream. My name is Simon Kagwanjala. I hope that you enjoy yourself. It is well known that Sunshine is a top-tier caster. It is also known that we all love the stream, the jokes, and definitely the content. But the problem is, you don't follow. And that gets me to ask a question. Why are you gay? You don't support? Yes, you are gay. Well, I'll get back to the stream. And I can't believe you are gay. Strange. You are gay.
It is a bit strange, isn't it? I had someone tell me, hey, Sunshine, I hate the fact that you have followers only can chat. I hate that. It's terrible. And I'm like, sorry. Let's get into it. In the top right corner, if I remember my right from my left, it is Le May.
Players' forces are under attack.
A popular player to be squelched on the Warcraft scene, as I'm told. I wouldn't know. And in the bottom left, we have none other than Torrente. And he's playing under Cap 4Z, if you didn't know, that's a Smurf. And it's a standard Demon Hunter play out of Torrente. And Le May with the Keeper first. Okay, so, there are advantages and disadvantages to both. There's timings to both. It's a very different play style, to be sure. Oh, I forgot my camera was on. Glad I wasn't doing anything crazy. And Torrente gonna clean this up. This item very important. Can be very bad. And, wards aren't the worst. It helps with the shadow meld. micro, right? And you can kind of scout out the opponent, see the movement on the map. It's not all bad. Keeper gonna hit level 2 here. Has to be careful of this demon coming in, and that's a really preemptive back by Lei Mei. That
A player's forces are
did he
under
see
attack.
him from that far away? Just kind of interesting. Did he see him with a wisp or something? I don't know if he could see him from his vision. But he wants to come in and finish out this camp. I think Torrente gets the better end of this deal. Stinks that he got wards both times. It's not really the best. He's going to come in. He might burn that. It's almost 50 mana. 46. That's pretty good. Pretty good efficiency. Not bad. Kills that pig. Yeah, why? Because heck with that pig. That's why. Lei Mei with no mana. Level 2. And I wouldn't be shocked if he ends up... If this game goes into the late game, there's always the possibility for Thorns, which if you're in a mass bear versus mass bear action situation, the Thorns plays a big role, right? I also know it's very prevalent in these Night Elf shenanigan type mirror. You know, Zeppelino drops with the bears onto the main is a huge strategy. And if you look, both bases are very open build for their tier buildings with like kind of this Moonwell wall front, which is great for defense, but it's not great if someone bear drops you and just instantly kills your tree because they can get a full surround off.
A player's
See, in
forces
Night
are
Elf
under
Mirror,
attack.
I'd probably suck because I'd be like thinking about 20 minutes from now and like building my wells around my tree, and then all of the sudden, like, you know, I'd lose and engage because of a shitty front wall. I don't know, you know. I don't know. I'm always thinking about stuff like this, though.
A town is
And who
under
knows?
siege.
Maybe this Huntress Hall is kind of designed to help with that situation. Huntress Hall of Lei Mei is going to come up first. Doesn't really mean a whole lot. It's all about the tech timing along with the Huntress Hall finish timing. And Torrente definitely going to get level 3 out of this camp, and this item going to be important for both players here, for sure. So got Boots of Quel'Tha Lost. Boy, the demon would have loved that. And the demon does love it! Because he gets him as well. Second hero choice going to be very important here.
A player's
I
forces
wouldn't be surprised to see a priestess, but I know that's corny. There you go, man. And she's gonna get those Boots of Quel'Tha Lost, and she's gonna love them, right? Very popular to see Demon even second sometimes in this matchup. Naga, always very popular in this matchup. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Naga out of Torrente. Kind of more of a standard player when it comes to this type of stuff. Puts a ward in the same exact spot, and now he needs to be aware of this. The Wisp sees the movement of the archers is super
player's
important.
forces are
He
under
gets a
attack.
Deado off. I don't really know what the dive was about there. Maybe he was trying to see if the hero was there as well. He's gonna pull this, and I think he has time. Keeper gonna take a far less important camp here, so more bang for the buck on Torrente's side of the map. And another archer here hidden with like almost zero vision. If he stood here or here, it would even be better than what he's doing right now. A little bit funky, but he comes in with the aggression play. He wants to force that demon back. The demon could come back in and be pretty pesky, actually, if he wanted to. Another entangle has to be forced here. Yep. You gotta do it. And secure the kill, please. There you go. Ring of protection. And just now hands off those boots. And that priestess is gonna be thumping away. Aura chosen first, of course, and I wouldn't be shocked to see Owl second. Super popular in this matchup, once again, to just kill those early archers and also scout. Always seeing the position. Nothing can be done about it, right? Don't sleep on the Owl. You know what I'm saying, guys? Don't sleep on the Owl.
A town is under siege.
I still need to
player's
fix this
forces are
weird
under attack.
splitting thing I have going on. Got some splitting on my map. I'll fix it later. I think it's when the game resolution is set too high that it splits for OBS. for some reason. So I'll have to check that out. And he's going to get this camp. And I honestly think that Torrente doing a slightly better job at creep choices and locations here. He needs to go up and go ahead and creep that red, and then he's in a very, very solid spot. He might creep this instead. Le May also has a little bit of a wispage there to see what's going on. We'll know the position. And if he sees him creep it, which he's pulling it, that's going to tell him that he can go contest the red on the other side of the map. And I don't know if Torrente knows. I love the staff back of the keeper to let the priestess get level 3 here. He moonwells up. He has orb now. Stop zooming in for me, game. I will decide when I want to zoom in. Okay, now I want to zoom in. And, yeah, he wants to play back. He wants this level 3, but he's giving Torrente a lot of space. But if this Hippogriff play isn't scouted and it's allowed to scale, it can be very, very bad. And I really don't think that Torrente knows this unless they've played each other enough to where he knows. Well, he definitely knows now. And the 4 hippos are going to come in here and pick this. That's gone. Creeping continues. Level 3 now, and the priestess. Claws of a plus 25. Plus 25. Wild. Plus 25 is just wild. And Torrente moves out. And he's going to halfway across the map. He's going to have to TP back. And he's going straight for the main. And now he knows. And I think it's too late. No way. No way. No way. No way. No. Yeah, you have to TP, dude. You have to. Whoa! Super aggressive TP. Goes for him. Doesn't get him. Mastery on the bears, but right now a little bit of GNL bear action. And he needs to be able to defend this, and he has to repair his main. And I love that it's not a standard Night Elf mirror. I hope you do too. A little bit of a cancel on some tech here. Goes up to 46 supply for Le May, 46 for Torrente as well. Double AP in the front.
Players' forces are under attack.
Apparently he knows that the run-bys are frequent. There's an expansion attempt here by Le May, and all of Torrente's wisps are at the top side of the map. Has to cast an entangle. Does it on a wisp. Not sure what that's about. Gets 1 kill on the wisp. Searing arrow. And apparently he just wants damage, damage, damage. I really thought it would be Owl. So much value in Owl here. And now he has to get back. And the hippos are coming back to defend as well. He understands that 2 APs and 2 heroes is not going to be enough to hold that out. But Torrente cancels out of that. Has a wisp here. Some archers moving across the map. He's moving down. I wonder if he knows. I mean, the APs are kind of a sign too, right? Like, why do you have APs in a Night Elf mirror when you know that I'm going pretty standard? Tells me that you know you're going to be weak. Why are you going to be weak? Maybe you're going for something greedy. And yeah, he's going to scout it out, and he needs to kill this AP. 2 seconds, 1 second. It's going to come up. Takes a little bit of premeditated damage, and now all of a sudden he has to be careful. I wouldn't fight in this AP now. But he wants to commit to it, so the bears are going to be on the wrong side. He needs a mana burn, and these archers are going to get focus fired down. This is a great engage for Le May, and not so much for Torrente. He does take care of the AP. Need to be careful. Naga has an Ankh. Just needs to waste some more mana. Le May realizes it a little late. Cancels the targeting. Now it's the demon has a greater and an invuln. So he's not under any threat. I think he needs to commit to this and TP out, or no? What do you think? He wants to just take the fight. He wants to force the issue. Very careful in his positioning. Pass. A rejuve got off on the Naga, so now he's in a decent position here. This is the disadvantage that the Hippogriff play. Picks another archer, is pretty good. And another archer coming across the map. I thought that was going to be a wisp on its way to an expansion spot, maybe. Keeper in trouble. One more burn. Yeah, on the way out the door. It's not the most efficient burn, but you got to do it, right? Sometimes I feel like when you do that, you burn yourself. Because you're spending almost more mana than you're burning, and then when you're going to Moonwell up, he's Moonwelling less than... Does that make sense what I'm saying? And Torrente isn't Orc. I put him as Night Elf like 40 times. But,
A player's forces are under
do it
attack.
again. Here we go. And Torrente gonna play a little more defensively now, and he's scaling very nicely. I feel like Keeper losing a lot of his scaling now. It's also very interesting to not see any Dryad out of Torrente, since he has the lures, and you can just quick dispel on an entangle, which also prevents your staff from going off, and you can also take care of the treants. So I find that pretty interesting. That we didn't see any. Not one Dryad. Eating a little bit of XP. 4.4 and 3.8. He wants the burn. He'll take it on the Priestess, but no. A little bit of a misclick there. Another Expo going up, but Torrente already sees it. And here comes the harass from Lei Mei back into the main. One AP's up. Another AP's going to go up, and that's going to put a stop to that. Be careful, preemptive, and he could have healed it again. Maybe he misclicked, maybe he just said screw it, I don't know. Sucking him back into those APs is the play. Has to be careful. Now the Demon Hunter coming in from the top. Nice burn onto the Priestess. And nice fork. Beautiful staff play as well by Lei Mei. But now is in trouble. There is an Onk on the Priestess, but if she dies, she'll get surrounded. Might have to hand off the TP. Oh my god, she's gonna get surrounded. Like I said, you should have handed off the TP. Hand off the TP now. If he would have quick swapped to the Keeper, Keeper would have died before TP goes off. He would have. A little bit of a misplay there. Now Torrente can put the pressure on the Expo. Another Expo in the bottom right corner. The Hippos coming over are going to start plugging away at this AOW to prevent the anti-air from coming out. Tree of Life in the main along with another AP, so triple AP now. Torrente kind of defending up versus the Lames. And there's no Hippos here, so it's only double hero. I'm not really quite sure what Lei Mei thinks he's going to accomplish. He's feeding the heroes of Torrente now. Hippo's coming back to try and take a fight, but this is why this strat is like, you know, you rely on certain timings, you rely on harass. We get the Bucky, no more lames. I know. You know what I wish? I wish we could see the chat. You know what I mean? I wish we could see the chat, man. The likelihood these two players had each other muted is probably also high, right? But the Chatterino, and now he gets the red, which is great. Claws plus 12, probably gonna go to the Naga, not positive. Needs a little bit better. Oh my god, another Sapper play takes out the AP and the Tree of Life. Needs another TP, and then can run straight over and kill this. And I don't know, it's Keeper level 5, but I feel like Torrente is scaling better and better. And I feel like that's not really the case for Lei Mei right now. I feel like it's not the case. Now he's chasing him down. Another great burn gonna come off there. Invuln instantly. That's an interesting timing for that. I don't know. He wants another burn off. It'll probably be on the Priestess this time. Yep. Full 100 mana burn is beautiful. He turns, they turn, we turn, they all turn. Finds that pesky wisp.
Player's forces are under
Now, I don't know, man. Torrente cannot fight. He's out of mana, out of life. And now he can't defend this Expo. Another beautiful burn there. Now everyone's out of mana except the Naga. And he should just push right down. Another Expo goes down. This is just insane, man. And I don't know, man. The Hippo Rider count has never gotten to like this scary number, right? And I don't really know why. I think he just keeps getting picked here and there. And he's cool taking the free XP. And he's playing it right, running the demon around. No mana on either hero now, no real threat. There is an Ankh on the Demon Hunter. Beautiful staff. There's not a lot to staff, so why not? He has an Ankh. He'll probably just let him die. It's fine. He wants a couple more hippos. Scroll of Healing used. That's not super efficient to just save 2 hippos' life. Now the demon gonna go down. He just needs to work on the hippo count, and then he's fine. That's it. Level 5! Look at the HP boost off that level up. And yeah, Torrente can't fight into this. We're going into almost the 20-minute mark now. Picks off an archer, anything he can get, right? Gonna get smacked by that tree. Now actually has to be careful. If this Naga gets forced out, it's all bad. Nice Fork Lightning, gonna clean that up. And he's sitting on the rallies. And Torrente never redid his rally, so he's gonna lose 3 archers. He gets the Expo, which is nice, and another mass Expo. Does anyone remember the days of Reign of Chaos? There were replays I used to watch of a guy called Ganokotin. Does anyone remember that? I don't know. Maybe you remember, maybe you don't. But holy cow, like, Lei Mei really hasn't ever had much this entire game. And suddenly, it's looking like he's doing it, right? He's gonna Expo again, isn't he? And Torrente really struggling on gold. He's gonna clarity up.
A town is under siege.
Boom, boom. Nice sapper. You should know this one is up too. So much resources invested into expos that have never paid off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 expos, I believe, have been killed. AOW going down is actually quite the problem because now there's not going to be any more archer creation. I think he should build it back. 5.2 on the demon. Almost level 5 priestess is going to be like one of the highest DPS in the game. Plus 25 on her as well with the boots and the claws. Demon going to come zone it out. Needed the burn. Missed it. Anti-magic shield. That's going to work. I like the play there. And it's a little game of tug of war here. Wants to force him out. The rest of the units head up. They need to kill both these APs. Lei Mei wants to hang on.
A player's force
50 supply now for Lei Mei. 45 for Torrente. And he's going to go towards the main. There's double AP there. He's going to sack the Sexpo. Oh my god, he catches the Tree of Eternity! How does he know? How did he know to do that? Pretty wild. Catches the tree, and it might cost him a lot here. Forces out the priestess. That's a lot. Mass repair comes in. Had only about 150 HP left, and he's going to pick up 2 hippos for it. Would be great. Misses. Now Keeper has to go here. The Zeppelin play with barely enough left in the tank. Might try there. An AP for Torrente, so now he could possibly try an Expo there. I would walk my tree north. Yeah, and he does. He does. He changes his idea. Interesting movements out of Lei Mei. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? What does the chat think? Is there anything suspect here? Early in the game, he like preemptively backed, and I don't think he could see the Demon Hunter. And it's just really minor things that looked like little bit odd to me. I'm not gonna say it was map hack or not. I'm not gonna say that. But there were just some little odd movements. Like, he was here, he was gonna defend, then he didn't, and then he just runs straight towards the base, but he knows there's like 2 or 3 APs, but he catches the tree out. It's like some really, some lucky movements, I think, maybe. Some lucky movements. Now his Tree of Eternity, so it's a swap for swap. Gonna eat one more tree. They're gonna meet in the middle. Now the only advantage really now Lei Mei has is being able to flank with the tree lines and like kind of abuse. But every time he does that, it seems like Torrente puts the pressure on and he has to take some sort of defensive team fight. And if you're gonna do this, yeah, walk down the APs. But also, I would walk down everything, maybe. I don't know. Walk down this and this, too. Why not? Gonna start sieging the main, taking out Moonwells. That's a big problem. The Bears come in, double AP. Maybe has to take out the War up front first, which means that he has time to kill these Moonwells and then TP to defend. It's not a lot, though. Only 46 supply. We only have 6. Oh, and he's... What is happening? Oh my god, mistakes were made! The Keeper comes in by himself! That was not the intent!
A town is under siege.
Oh, buddy! You're gonna have a bad day. Lei Mei swearing up a storm right now. That Keeper is DED dead, dude. Keeper down. Only the Priestess now. Level 5 Priestess. Level 3 Aura. Plus 30 almost on this Priestess. Plus 8 on every Hippo. Micro mistakes being made by Lei Mei. Oh my god, dude. Demon Hunter almost goes down. He doesn't know what to do. Both players making a lot of micro mistakes here. Focus firing the Priestess. I think he meant to hit the Hippogriff. Oh my god, there's no TP! There's no TP! He stabs out the demon, loses the Naga! 25 minutes! Oh my god, Priestess is gonna hit level 6. The Entangled's dead. All the Wisps are dead. This is gonna be level 6 Priestess. And he has enough Moonwells. And there's nothing to counter. There is nothing to counter a Priestess ult. If he so desires. Now, Torrente is mining. He's not fully saturated. Needs 2 more Wisps. But he's supply blocked at 2020. So he's going to have to pull one. He can't get his Naga back, can he? No, he can't. Gonna have to build another Moonwell. He has an invuln. He is 1 kill off of level 6. Oh my god. Oh my god. Was that worth it? I don't think that was worth it, dude. I don't think that's when you pop the ult. He just wants to deny more and more mining time. Lei Mei out of gold now is gonna have to sell. I don't think he has a single wisp.
Are under attack.
He does not. 28 out of 70 supply. Keeper's coming back. Oh my god, you would have been better off just sitting this. Has to sell items to get wisps. What's he gonna sell? Gloves? 1 wisp. They're gonna go down if he's not careful. Trying to zone him out again. Another nice burn. Level 6. Has to be careful. This is his only hero now.
Town is under siege.
Oh, the metamorphosis ends and the Keeper comes in. Oh no, can't afford to lose anything at this point in time. The Moonwells are almost complete and then he can start pumping wisps again and get fully saturated. Oh my god, Lei Mei let the wisp die. Doesn't have enough for another one. Gonna have to sell more. Uses a potion for an entangle. He has to sell. Oh my god, this game is like... The game only really got crazy in the last like 2 minutes. At the 25-minute mark, starting to get good. Not sure what his plan is with this AP. Maybe just to heal it and then root it again. Yeah. Yep, he knows he has to defend. The push is coming. Oh my god, this is insane. He has to invuln anti-magic shells instead, which means he's going to take a lot of extra damage. And I'm not sure I agree with that decision. He has gold. He needs a potion. He's running away from his shop. He has his tree up here. He could have bought a potion.
The town is under siege.
Now he has to abandon ship and all his units are dead. The AP. Maybe he could have attacked the priestess. Oh my god, this demon can come back in with the invuln. No mana. And he can make something happen. Priestess could die. Priestess could die. Staff out. Now it's the keeper on the menu. Huge burn. Wants to pick up the hippo. Staff goes here. Oh my god. I couldn't put money on who's going to win now. I really couldn't. What's he buy? Was he buying something? No. Now the Naga comes back. He's fully saturated. There still is not a wisp on Lei Mei's side, right? Okay, he just sold. What did he sell? A staff? Happy verse life 3-3. Holy cow. Demon Hunter with double invuln now. And how do you defend this? The double AP is going to come through in the clutch. And now Lei Mei knows, uh-oh. Yeah, because when the demon ran up there and then came back with health, he automatically knew. Gonna start going on the main. Demon, one demon and a dream. And the ult! And the invuln! Kill what you can kill, dude. Yeah, just kill the hippo. Okay, now kill the priestess. Now she gonna get staffed out by the keeper. Right? Nice burn. Be careful with this demon. One hippo goes down. 2 wisps now for Lei Mei. Oh my god. Naga's back. We're back, baby. Instant Moonwell saturation, runs the clarity, rejuve casted, and all of a sudden we have a game on our hands again. For both players. Both players up in mining. No static defense for Lei Mei, though. And hippo count getting lower and lower. And what do you do if you're Lei Mei? You're trying to get mana back, and the mana burn is just so strong, right? I need more coffee, gentlemen. I need a lot more coffee. Huge fork lightning comes out. I have to staff the priestess, and with that ends the assault. And this Naga could end up making it happen. Tree line of sight prevails. And now 2 bears. The rejuves are just gonna pay dividends. I don't even know if I'd bring the bears along. You know, you need to be very conservative with the bears. He doesn't want to use the moon juice on this. Now he has a little bit more mana. Just gonna go for the entangled is the play. And if they come out, he's got a fork ready for him. Now both heroes don't have a staff. Dodges the fork, doesn't dodge that time. And now he's not mining again. And these wisps go down. And I don't think he can take this, can he? He's gonna try. Quick counter. Level 6 demon. Huge kill of the fork lightning. Oh, TP's back, but it's the Tree of Eternity. Invuln, maybe headed off the staff. No way. Keeper gonna go down. Staff out of the Naga. Keeper dies. And that's gonna be the game, dude. What? No. No way. Yeah, GG. Torrente takes it. What a game. Almost 33 minutes in on Last Refuge. Holy cow. And we got one more for you here. Let's see, what time are we at now? What time? Well, guys, I think we're actually gonna call it. Got some work to do. Woke up early for that stuff. Thank you for joining me. Always appreciate it. And we're gonna be back possibly later tonight and tomorrow. We've got some more games going on. The Double Crown tournament continues, and we're getting deep into these brackets. Got some great games going. I'll post it up again for those of you who missed it. And we're going to see you later. Thanks again for all the love and support. Appreciate you guys. And hey, man, let's finish this week strong. It's only Thursday for me. Maybe it's almost Friday for you. But hit that grind. Let's go into the weekend. We're going to have a good time. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.